Good evening and salutations, my Days of Lies fans. So, huh, Ava and Kate, right? Rome is not there telling Ava, that she's doing a good job and everything like that, and that, I'll hire you, and Ava's all happy, which again, I already covered in my last review. I'm like, I don't understand why you are, I don't want to say slumming it at the Brady pub with Rome kind of looking down on her, as opposed to her co-owning or co-running the bistro with Stefan. I understand that she has some bad memories and everything like that, but I'm like, you have bad memories at Trip and Wendy's place, and you still stayed there, and you even came back a couple of times. I don't know. Anyway, one was like, you could sit there and be hired full time or whatever. And then Kate comes down there, and Kate's like, "Well, don't get any ideas that you're gonna be like running this place or whatever or something." And I'm just like, why the hell would she actually want to run the? Why would she want to run the Brady pub? Why? Like honestly, tell you the truth, if she actually wanted to do something, you think that she would be working there? She still has connections to the mob. Like she doesn't. Well, she does use them, but I'm just saying like. If this was about money and stuff like that, you really think she'll be like, "Oh, I'm planning on taking over the bistro"? Like, I mean, the Brady Club. Anyway, I didn't really understand the attitude, but I only been watching it for 2 years, so I don't know what kind of stuff that Ava has done to screw over Kate. But Steve comes in, and Steve wants to sit there and talk to her, and Ava's like, "Listen, if I see Clyde, it's donezo. It's a wrap. Like I'm taking him out." And Steve is pretty much just like, because at first she's like, "Don't get in my way," and Steve's like, "Get in your way? No, I'm not gonna do that. Listen, if he gets got, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it." That's pretty much his energy and his attitude. Um, Now EJ is pretty much blackmailing Sloan and is like, "I'm taking that child, I'm raising him as my Nicole's baby, and that's how it's gonna go." And at first, Sloan tries to fight it, and it's like, "Listen, I'll pull you down with me." And long story short, EJ's just like, "Listen, there's a good chance that I will not see a prison cell. You definitely will." It's like, "Hey, listen, I give you a lot of money. You can sit there and go anywhere in the world, and that's just how it's gonna be." And at one point, she's like, "I don't know if I can sit there and leave this, leave this little man or whatever." And I'm just like, I don't know if she's never really shown any sort of warm, tender sides towards this child. Everything, every time she's really been with that child, it just seems like it's more about pleasing Eric than about loving that child. So when she had that little, uh, like she was being torn apart from him, I'm just like, really? 'Cause I ain't feeling any of it. And he just like, "Listen, you got 24 hours." And also tells her about the kiss between Nicole and Eric. So she goes to the bar and she just gets drunk. She gets effed up, right? Now, Leo decides to be a third wheel to Stephanie and Everett, going also to that I don't even know what this place is called, but they all want to go into the same place. And they're drinking and they're trading stories and everything like that. Meanwhile, Eric, almost seemed like he was about to lose it when he went to the house, didn't see the baby, didn't see Sloan. Was Sloan dropped the baby off to Roman Kate. So apparently, I guess he was running around and he finds Sloan and she's all drunk and she's not just drunk, she's drunk and pissy, right? So she's giving him attitude. He's like, "Hey, listen, how about we just sit there and just get up out of here?" And she's like, "No, leave me alone. no means no, and this, that, and the third. And while everyone's sitting there watching it, Leo, Stephanie, and Everett, Leo comes over there and tries to help. She gets an attitude, and Henry's like, "All right, you know what? Listen, I tried. Good luck with that, bro." But every time she says no, it's like it's triggering Everett, right? And it probably has a lot to do with his childhood memory and whatever his dad did to his mom. So he's all like, "Oh, he's gonna hurt her and stuff." And he's like, what are you talking about?" He goes over there, he just wails on her, right? And if you saw the previews, he's in jail, and Stephanie is still sticking by him. And at first I was like, "Oh, this dude is crazy, right? Like what is he doing?" But I understand like how she sat there and looked at it like he just wants to sit there and try to help. And he looked like she was in danger, and he wanted to do something, and didn't know the situation, didn't know Eric or anything like that. So I can understand where she's coming in trying to defend him, but I'm like, sis, you can only defend this guy for so long and so far. Um, Meanwhile, Chad comes to Steve to sit there and try to reopen the case. I don't really understand how they're doing this. I really don't. They're trying to rewrite history, okay? And he's pretty much says, "Hey, listen, I need you to investigate this story because I feel like Clyde came at the Abbey on purpose. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't just, oh, I just happened to, I wanted to get Belle, but I saw you, so I guess he'll do as far as revenge." It was now like, no, you ruined my operation, and I sit there and come after you. But the problem is that for the people who've been watching, we saw that scene. It didn't play out how they're rewriting it. So everything they're doing now is just like, are you just testing the fans' patience at this point? Like, what are you doing? But he goes to him to try to reopen the case or whatever, fresh eyes or something like that. Hell, he even goes to EJ and it's like, "Hey, can you look into this?" Now, EJ, because of his pride, is like, he was going to sit there and say, "But the thing is, you know what, brother, lay it on me." And after he does that, EJ helps Chad go, to Abby's room. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing about EJ, right? I love EJ. EJ is my favorite character. But EJ can come across as an arrogant prick, and I'm kind of enjoying his downfall, if we're going to be honest. But the thing is, when he is, I mean, I don't know how the old EJ was, but like when he was there for his brother, when Abby died or whatever, it was like damn, because he comes across as the devil a lot of times, and when you see a scene like this, it's like, oh yeah, he does have a heart. He was there for his brother when he walked into the room and everything, and it was a nice scene. And it was like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot that you have a heart at times. I mean, you're still a prick and arrogant, and you deserve everything that's coming to you. Let's just be real, but you have a heart. It's just the writers have a strange way of showing it in certain scenes. I mean, you're there for your brother, and that's great. But now it's like you knew that Nicole's baby was alive, and you chose not to say anything because you want to put your feelings ahead. And now to sit there and spite Eric, you're gonna do some sort of little wine thing, and now you're gonna raise this baby and give Nicole what she wants, but you're still being a prick. You're just being a little bit less of a prick. Also, Kate is getting frustrated with Harris and tells Rom, "Hey, listen, if he does not come through for my son, it's not going to end well." And I'm very curious how they're going to wrap this up because they're not going to keep. I'm pretty sure they're not going to keep because he's on contract. And somebody was telling me that Steve cannot be on both shows when he's on contract. It's different with Wally Kirk because he ain't on contract, but Steve is on contract. So since he's back on General Hospital, it's only a matter of time before they wrap up these scenes with Harris. Now, I thought they were going to kill him off. But then he recovered, and I'm just like, so you're going to kill him off later on? Or, like, what are we doing at this point? Or are they just going to sit there and write him off screen? I feel like they're going to do that. And I can't stand when they do that because it's just so lazy. There's other words I want to sit there and use for it, but I try to be nice today and sit there and say lazy. One page still. Wait, I just did my GH review and it was also one page. Usually I use like 2 pages. GH sometimes I've used 3 pages, which watching all 4 soaps. Got through notebooks pretty fast. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else. I sit there and say if you watch General Hospital, this was damn near a cakewalk that they're trying to review General Hospital today. Oof. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. If I forget anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows. Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Born and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.